Dudes are getting, that's gonna get old one day. Dudes not gonna be paying.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, y'all?
No, because Ford been around.
Grab a chair. Let's grab a seat.
But the other stuff that Ford's on there.
There's always big campgrounds. I remember being on. Y'all remember Black Planet?
Yeah.
Black Planet
Because
was.
it's all big campers ever since AOL. I'm gonna do.
Black Planet was. I just seen some shit where the white boy stole his brother's car, spent $40,000 on it, then stole his dad's car. His dad was like a pharmacy technician or a pharmacist. Stole his life savings. Stole his life savings. $250,000 he took from him.
Damn.
Then they cut him off, kicked him out the house. He comes back to the hotel. Over the camera. Old white boy too. He wasn't no young nigga. He had to be like late 30s, 40s.
Wasn't no young boy.
Theo.
Huh?
Wasn't no young nigga. It was old.
Man, that's wild. You right here. That's wild. What's going on?
That's crazy deal.
Wow, shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of wild shit going on. If you want to learn how to make $50,000 a year your first year with lawn care, y'all tap in. That's my goal. 50 bands on my first year. Let me get this.
Come on, Theo.
50 bands. Write it down.
Yeah, 50 bands. That's my goal. First
bands
year.
for you?
First year.
Good.
I should probably shoot low, but fuck that. You shoot high. Just think about it. Well, okay, so let's say I do something cheap. Let's say, so my cheapest yard is 35. My highest yard is 50. So let's cut it at the middle of 40. So 40 times 40 times 40.
I got you. This one.
40 times 40.
1600. Thank you, Mom.
That's a month. So times that by 12. And what's that? 16 times 12.
That's something in the pocket right there
What is
to
that?
pay some shit off times 12. 19.
Hell no. 1600 times
Hold
12.
on. You know the calculator.
It is 19,000. Damn.
19,000.
I need to go higher than that then. Then that's when you start hiring people. I want to do all of that, just like all off just me.
So you're saying 40 a month?
40 customers.
How many times a month though? So you cut.
I'm doing them twice.
Twice. And you charge them each time, or you charge them a monthly fee?
I'm doing them twice. So you multiply that 1,600 by 2.
Yeah. So we're looking at like 40. You're right there, like 44.
Yep.
43 maybe, or 38. It's gonna be 38 actually, plus 400. 38,400.
32 times.
About to get Jamari on this one too.
38. Damn, you good at math. You see how smart this nigga is? That nigga did that in his head. Nigga, what's 100 times 100?
Man, you should see my kid, man. They the ones making me look down.
Damn, I wanted that phone.
Yeah, put them right here so we can
I
hear
either
'em on
wanted
the-
that one or the other one that folds up.
Put them right here so we can hear them.
I went with a goddamn Apple. Fucking
Where you go?
jumping on the bandwagon.
And apples.
Apple.
But I was like,
Yeah, they behind.
I'll
For
get
the
Apple.
clones. They got slave laborers. I'm sure fucking Samsung did too, but
They all
hey,
do.
they got busted for slave laborers, and Apple does. People don't even care. They just out here.
Anything that got a battery in it, you can thank the slaves in the Congo. They're not really slaves,
I'm
but
talking
they
about
working.
Chinese slaves.
They working for like pennies. You know what I'm saying? Horrible conditions. How they got.
They're working for $1 a day. That's slavery.
And the greatest lithium mines is in the Congo and in Mexico. The greatest lithium mines is in Congo and in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And they doing the Congo dirt. There's some nigga that just came out with a book or a movie about that shit. I think it was a book. See that they go Joe Rogan. Shout out to Joe Rogan out here. He said, nigga, you friends with Iggy Azalea. What's that nigga name?
Iggy Azalea.
No, that's not his name.
What?
The fighter, not the bitch.
Fighter.
Fighter.
Silver? What?
Izzy Azalea.
Oh,
The fighter, the black UFC fighter. The nigga that got all the moves.
Yeah.
I know his last name is like Azalea. What's his name?
Azadea.
What's his first
There you
name?
go. There you go.
Izzy, you was
Oh,
right.
it is Izzy. Yeah,
That dude, that
Azalea.
gentleman right there.
That's a
Ooh,
cold boy right there. And if he say Joe Rogan is all right, Joe Rogan all right.
You know, him come up, pull up here.
And
I know you ain't supposed to be up on tables, but I don't care.
yeah, what's that other
What's that, Jamar? He not answering.
You're not answering?
Yeah, so we got what kind of topics do we want to tackle today? I don't necessarily. What's the dog all up on them?
I like talking finances. Let's talk
Yeah,
finance.
get up, my bad.
Let's talk finance. Y'all been seeing crypto lately?
You little cute ass dog.
I'll talk about crypto
What's
lately.
going on with crypto?
So
I've been
crypto.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it.
Crypto
You don't care
was
about
sleep.
that stuff.
I would say necessarily slowly, gradually. You know, anytime you have activities, it'll fall. But lately, starting mid-January, I've been noticing a lot of activity, a lot of volatility in crypto. It's been going up. A lot of the coins have been going up, but they've been going down. But they haven't. The net is up. So if you look over at the month, any crypto that they if you look at it from a month, it's went up. So right now, maybe, right now when you see them numbers go down, maybe a good time to buy.
What do you think that is? Why do you think that is? You know,
They're getting ready to pull the rug, but sometimes you got to figure out, like, is this like some desperation move? But are they gonna get it? They're gonna push it to 30 and pull the rug and take everybody's money? Or are they gonna try to really push it to 100? You know what I mean? Because that's when they really pull the rug. That's when everybody make money. All the coins. 'Cause when they push Bitcoin up, that's when more people believe in it. So you can have more and more investors. Then when you pull the rug like they did in, what was that, 2021, I think. Yeah, that shit, it changes.
Man,
So that's my thing. I mean, they could do it. Man, that's why I would say don't put everything in it right now. But if you get in right now, you don't need to put everything in, because all you need is a little bit. If it goes up, if Bitcoin go up to 100, all the other coins will follow.
I know this is probably for another show, the conspiracy show, but I really don't think that the Bitcoin is meant for people to make money. It's more meant to take your money. I really believe that the powers that be, they control everything, and they know they're not trying to let people come up off like stuff like that. They need you to be their slaves, so they're not going to let people come up. There's a few people that came up on the crypto before. They've spent their money on cam girls. You know what I mean? And they're out of there. They're not gonna let that happen again. I think they showed that with the whole what was it, the AMC?
Yeah.
The whole AMC. They showed that.
Yeah.
They showed their hand. They're like, nah, we're not. We gonna let that. We can't. We cannot.
Nah,
we were just playing with you guys.
GameStop.
We were just playing at GameStop. GameStop and AMC. Wasn't it AMC as well?
Man, I'm doing motherfuckers.
There's a lot of memes.
I don't know the dude, but I talked to a dude. Said he worked for GameStop and he had stocks in it just because he worked here. That shit went up. He pulled his cash out quick. You know what I'm saying? So they made some money doing that
Yeah, some
GameStop.
people made money, but then they make sure they're like, yeah, well, you're not gonna let that go down no more. They shut the whole app down. They were shut down apps, shut down the stock market. I can't say they shut down the stock market, but they shut down apps to let
Yeah,
you
they
allow
shut
you to
down.
buy
What
and
was
sell.
it?
The
Robinhood?
crypto
Robinhood, they shut
market
down?
is
Niggas
very
was mad
restricted.
about that shit.
The crypto market is very restricted and Ponzi scheme-ish.
I feel like the whole stock game.
The
You know what I mean?
The whole having to buy a coin.
Stocks too. Stocks, like I lose more money in stock than anything. When I look at the money I lost in stocks.
If you gonna do stocks, you gotta do like that for show shit.
Because stocks will drop, they'll cut it in half and double or combined up and then drop some more, go up. Like they're like, oh, take all your stocks.
Yeah,
So you know what, we doing this, reverse split. We're
gotta-
gonna reverse split it. So we're gonna take your stocks, divide it in half, to give you a value of whatever we want to give you after that. Then they drop your shit all the way back down to that. Then they do it again. Then they keep doing that just to take all your money.
What is that called? You doing the hood, the good in the hood lingo version, but what is the actual stock version? What is that called? That when they do
Reverse
that?
split.
Reverse splits.
Yeah.
That's what they do. But that's when a company. That's when okay, no, but it's actually something else when they when a company. See, I'm not in the stock market, but I be listening. So it's a way that companies divide their stocks And then they can sell more stocks?
No, that's a regular, like they got regular splits, but the reverse split is when they take, like, you know, you'll see, I think Tesla did it the other way when they're at 1,000, Tesla's at 1,000, but then they did a 10-to-1 split. So a 10-to-1 split, then the stocks became worth 100, but everybody got 10 times shares that they had before. So if you had 1 share, now you got 10 shares. You know what I mean? So that makes it room for, so if Tesla goes up to 500, then now you have 10 shares, you made 500, you made 400 on each one of those shares rather than
stocks, and then it goes up, now you make more money.
But a reverse split is like, Tesla's worth 100, then they say, you know what, like we're gonna reverse split it times, 1 to 10. So it's like boom, then you have 10, then you get 1 share now. And then now Tesla drops back to 100 again, and that's what kind of usually happens in those companies, in the stock market, where it drops back to 100. And it's like, oh, hold on, where'd my 1,000 go?
Yeah, all that shit too. True. That's like gambling. It is certain stocks. I forgot what it was called, but it's like for show money, but it's real small money. Like
mutual funds.
Yeah, that's to me.
That's some of that.
If I was ever gonna get in it,
bonds.
That would be the way that I go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to make $1 million off of it, but God, you know what I'm saying, willing, I'll make it to 80, you know what I'm saying, years old, and I can sit back and, you know what I'm saying, go buy some butt nugget holes or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there'll still be cam girls, OnlyFans or something.
We got Jamar on here. We got Jamar on here. Cam girls are only here. We got Jamar on here. Wheels of Fire.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jamar? You got him on speaker?
He said Wheels of Fire. Hell yeah.
He put him on speaker.
He got his chariot.
Hey, you put it on speaker?
It should be on speaker, no?
But yeah. One thing I was gonna say is
we're talking about the reverse split.
During the reverse split.
What's up, Jamar?
What's up, Jamar? During a recession, it may be time to like prepare yourself to. That's when you want to buy low.
We're talking about Bitcoin.
What's up, Jamar?
We talking about
Bitcoin actually.
Let me see. What's up, bro? Let's see if we're trying to get some audio.
But like I said, I bought some Bitcoin in January and I'm already up. I can sell.
Can you hear me, Jamar?
You know what I mean? I'm already up. So it ain't about like losing. It's about if you're trying to hold on long term, you're gonna lose your money. You probably lose all your money. In any case, everything's gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah, I hear
Money
you.
ain't even real.
Hell yeah! All right, we got you on here.
What's up, Jamar?
What's going on, brothers?
We live on the podcast right now. Wonder if we can. Let me make sure you're audible.
JP got more clout on the good in the hood, and he's breaking down the good in the hood. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's the topic? What you guys talking about right now?
He's breaking down Bitcoin with putting it where the ghost can hear it and breaking it in good in the hood lingo. So pretty much like just talking Bitcoin and the new movement with Bitcoin.
I'll just tell them right now. Bitcoin started to become volatile again. So crypto started moving upward, but now there's a lot more movement now. So it go up to 25, drop down to 20. So it's starting to wake up.
And I was saying that they're giving you false hope. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. They're not going to let the random people come up in the world. They're right now. There's a huge push. I know I'm on the conspiracy seriously, but I gotta drop it. It's not a conspiracy theory if it's real. There's a huge push to divide the classes. So they're trying to get the rich and the poor. And they're not going to give people opportunities to get back up here with the rich. There's some few they've already done that with YouTube. Like where the few content creators have gotten way the fuck up there, and now they cut down, stop monetizing people, changing the algorithms and stuff like that to ensure that no one else reaches those heights. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that they do with the cryptos and the Bitcoin. That's my opinion.
But who is they that's doing this? Because you got to be able to point your finger at somebody. It can't just be the shadow people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, back in the days, we would call it, NWO, but now it's just called globalists. You know what I mean? And these powers that be, they have an agenda, and this fits into their agenda, dividing the classes, and that's the agenda.
Definitely in America.
Right.
They use division.
Yeah.
It's all about division.
No, and they're really good at that, especially with the whole crypto thing right now. That's why I've kind of been, moving away from it a little bit, because you can see the whales manipulated the market big time. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to judge where it's going. Of course, you can get in there and make your money. I get all that, but you can totally see that they're really trying to use it as a weapon, to make money off of the people who don't have that much money, which is kind of funny. It's like, damn, y'all got a lot of money. You can come down here and try to rob us. These systems that we're seeing them trying to make money.
Damn.
That's what I was telling them right now.
All that shit kind of tie in, you know what I'm saying?
I was telling them, like, hey, I'm not sure if they're going to push it up to 30 or push it up to 100, because if they really want to make one big push and make a lot of money, they're going to push it up to 100, because they're going to make a lot of money if they push Bitcoin up to 100, because everybody's going to believe in it. Then, then smack, they make a lot of money the higher it goes. Because when it goes to 30, like, they may get people like me to like, hey, I'll buy some more, it's going up, you know, but even I'm not going to throw in no large amounts in there just because I don't want to lose it a large amount,
And this is how you
get to 100. I may be like, oh man, they're gonna say it's gonna go to 200. And I'm
and this is how
500,000, a million.
The way I feel like comfortable in my assessment is that even if we start watching the news, you're gonna start hearing the news talking about, oh, Bitcoin could go up to 120. They're trying to egg it on. It's like a sales pitch. They'll have people, experts up there saying, oh, 100, it could go up to $1 million, you know what I mean? Bullshit. Or not, I don't want to say bullshit, I don't know. But it just sounds like it because you see what goes on with it. It hasn't gone there yet. And then it goes up and goes down, goes up. But, shit.
The biggest problem that I find, the biggest problematic thing with Bitcoin is the exchanger, the people who are handling the not Bitcoin, but the people who are handling the exchanges. Like, it's not like, like the coins, like the science behind it kind of makes, you can use it for this, you can use it for that, but it's like the dude who owns Crypto.com, or the dude who owns Gemini, or the guy who owns, Coinbase, like you gotta trust they handle your money, because they can just, I'm not sure what kind of insurance they got. They may just have to sit.
What you?
Well, who's auditing these companies? Who's auditing these corporations? Do they get audited regularly? I mean, I don't even know how that works.
I don't know.
They got say, you know what I'm saying?
They're not even American companies. Like you saw FTX. You saw FTX. Sam Friedman, the dude who donated all his money to the Democratic and Republican Party.
That young white dude that scammed all the motherfuckers that was supposed to know what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he made a lot of money. He started FTX is in Bahamas, so they moved to the Bahamas. They actually started in California, you know what I mean? But they moved to the Bahamas when things started getting big. But I think Crypto.com is a Korean.
Damn.
What?
It's a Korean company.
Yeah. What about
that's what the globalist thing. They're trying to. My bad. What did we say?
No. What about Coinbase? Where are they at?
I think Coinbase is. I don't know where Coinbase is. I'll look for that. Coinbase
US
extension.
company.
Coinbase has always been like the most reliable.
What do you think the crypto? Or what do you think of the crypto and the centralized?
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco.
That's why
that makes sense. What do you think about the centralized currency and crypto, and how that merge is going to happen? If it does happen, you hear that it's coming, and it feels like it's coming. The whole centralized currency, like everyone, a debit card, no cash. A lot of places don't even accept cash. I've been to when I went to Tahoe, the whole entire southern Tahoe, no one took cash. It was like just official amongst the community.
Yeah.
Or for whatever
COVID.
reason. It was COVID. Yeah. This shit doesn't fucking. And there's still places that don't accept cash. You go After's Ice Cream, they don't accept cash. It's just weird stuff. So so the centralized currency is coming.
Or the digital currency.
Right. Digital currency.
Most of the money is already digital anyway.
Yeah, it's already digital.
So it's not physical. It's mostly digital. It's all numbers in a bank anyways, and on a computer. So we might as well go digital. I don't like the idea of digital. You know what I mean? Because it feels like they can control more.
Yeah.
You got all digital. It's, hey, they can just cut your card off But I mean, and they're kind of already doing that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they did that. Who they did that to? They did that to Andrew Tate, right?
Andrew Tate,
They did
Kanye
that to
West.
Kanye
Kanye West.
They shut his shit off when he said something they didn't like.
Yeah, and we were just talking about, this may go sway off the subject real fast, but JB had just mentioned Karl Malone and how he did some heinous stuff and he got away with it. He had he has kids by like a 12-year-old when he was in college, and no one ever. He just got honored at the halftime show or he got honored at the All-Star game right now, but nothing ever happened to him. He didn't get in trouble for nothing. But then you got like the Bill Cosbys and the Andrew Tates and stuff like that who, they say the wrong thing, the Kanye West, and they shut off their digital currency. So you see, it makes you have to play along. You can't even step outside the box. You just got to shut your mouth and it's crazy.
Right.
It's scary. It is
You always
scary.
had to play by the rules, I think.
It's scary.
Just the one correction, Crypto.com is located in Singapore, just for the record.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Singapore.
Okay.
Not Korea, Singapore.
I mean, damn, might as well be the same place. It ain't the U.S. There's no U.S.
Yeah, there's no
oversight.
US,
so-
Yeah, when I see Singapore, I hear scam. Like I see like some Indian fools in some cubicles and shit with phones and shit. That's what I think about with Singapore. No,
I thought that was Asian. That was more like Eastern Asian. Huh?
I'm playing. I don't know. India. That's like India.
No, it's more islands, more Filipino, like Asian islands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, I don't know. For silver, I'm really strong on silver. I'm really I bought some silver.
Gotta get some more silver.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't did no research on it. I don't know the supply of silver. But if any way they want to make the electric movement more expensive, it's gonna be by raising the price of silver up. Because
So what are you talking about? Actually, infrastructure with silver? Is that what you mean?
No, they solar panels. A lot of solar panels need silver. It's an important part of they're building solar panels. That's why when silver was going up under Obama. Remember when Obama was in and silver went up to like 45? Like it was a problem for Obama to say, hey, green, but solar panels were like pretty much doubled in price because the cost of silver, was doubled.
Yeah.
But now it's like silver's at 20, 25, whatever. Gold has already went up. I think silver has been manipulated to be pushed down to stay kind of low.
No, I've heard this. I heard it's 10 times lower than it's supposed to be, but I don't have
You heard that before?
Well, it could be because they're trying to push the whole solar, so they have to keep the price of silver down so they can push the whole climate change global that movement. They have to. It's like essential because, like you said, they tried it under Obama. Solar, no one's gonna pay for those panels if they can't. It's not affordable for them. But they're trying to push this fucking green movement. They want everybody to be. They want to be able to turn off your car or tell you that it's a blackout day and no driving on the road, or make you pay an additional fee.
Yeah.
They're just trying to. You see where we're going with it.
So it's gonna be low for a while. I just feel like when everybody's locked in the system, when it's all electric, that's when the price of silver is probably gonna boom up, and that's when that's when they like to get you like, oh man, like everything, y'all want electricity now? Okay, electricity's going up, silver's going up, everything's gonna make the price of electricity is gonna go up.
So it's a good time to buy silver exchange.
Yeah, maybe copper will go up too. Who knows? They probably make copper go up. They buy some damn copper. Yeah, I buy some.
Copper wire for sure for the go up.
Well, yeah, I'll buy some kilos of copper, pounds of copper, and store that shit in the.
I guess the message is precious metals are more valuable than crypto right now, and we should be focusing on precious. Fuck. Which
gold.
explains what
Gold is always
Cadillac.
more valuable than
What's up?
I'm saying.
Are you
Gold is
saying-
always more valuable.
Yep, gold.
Precious metals.
Are more valuable than crypto.
Yeah, right now it'd be for men. We should probably be on focusing on precious metals. I didn't even think about that. You gave me that big nickel. That's the only precious metal I have. I'm gonna start focusing more on that because it's just. What's up?
It has practical use, like JP is just saying. They use it in the solar panels. They use copper in the wire. You don't use crypto in anything. You know what I mean? It's basically 100% faith-based money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No use.
And it's pretty much the dollar without even having the certificate at hand. Like they could take the dollars is a certificate the trade certificate essentially because it has no value. It's kind of saying like, hey, I got value. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I guess it has some sort of intrinsic value, but it really doesn't have any value if you like, you know, like you can't really like take it somewhere and be like, oh damn. But they know about $1, they'll give you $1 for it. You know.
But you probably can take. Right. I remember Jamar, you were telling me how you wanted to be able to walk into a grocery store with your scale, weigh out some coins to pay for your. This was when you were in Montana.
Yeah, how many years ago was that now? I mean, that'd be a great idea, but come on, that's pretty archaic. When you think about it. Damn. Yeah. Walking around with a scale and coins.
Scale and coins.
I don't think it's any different than the old man that sits there and writes out his check.
Have you?
Like, hold on, come on, dudes, bust out your ATM card. Why are you writing a check for it?
I've been all right, this is kind of same subject, but I'm gonna try to give you the whole story real quick. So I'll be listening to like, I've been trying to look for like talk something to listen to. I don't always like to listen to music when I'm in the car, and the only channels I got on Sirius are like BBC World. So I'm listening, I'm driving home and I'm listening to like, they have this money run in Lagos, what's that, Kenya? Or Nigeria? Lagos, Nigeria. So
okay.
Lagos. So they're switching their money from some new Numi. I don't want to mess up the name of the money, but like say it's like Nini or Numi or something like that. And all they're doing is switching from the old Nini to the new Nini. And so everybody had to turn in the old Ninis and turn them into the bank and get the new Ninis back. But apparently, so all the money in the bank had to be new Ninis. You know what I mean? Let me get the right name. Currency, yeah. So, but the banks aren't giving them enough money. They're only letting them get enough money out the bank.
Oh.
In the new currency, and people with the old currency, the old currency's worthless now.
So you bring
then they have to go back and say only the 100 notes are worth money, but all the lower ones, or I think they said the lower ones, but the higher ones weren't worth nothing.
That's weird.
Yeah, so they said that the lower ones, we still accept the lower ones, but the higher ones now, we can't take those ones no more. You got to get the new ones, you know what I mean? So
crazy.
people were having problems, like, they were interviewing people, they couldn't even get enough money out the bank to catch the bus.
So you're saying that you had to take your money to this bank, and then they don't like exchange the money value for value. They're like, oh, now you just deposited this much into our bank, and if you need money, you got to withdraw these new currencies. And you can't just withdraw all your money out the bank with this new currency.
Nope, you can't. They're eliminating you. They got lines. You're waiting. People are waiting their whole day for money, just to get enough money to like catch the bus. Like
that's crazy.
Lagos, Nigeria bank run, and then people are like, what? And I'm not, the Naira, Nigeria's Naira shortage, anger and chaos. That's 6 days ago, 3 days ago in Nigeria,
I haven't
Cash chaos.
Man, it sounds like another method to divide class right there, bro. You're saying only the good one. I don't know. I haven't read into it, so I don't want to speak on it. But
go ahead, yeah. But we got people waiting in lines at ATMs for hours. Look it up if you got a computer right there for you, Jamar. Like it's
looking at it right now.
Brawls at the bank, police. I was hearing it live interviews. Like, dang, what? I'm like, what the? I tuned in. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Where's this at? Lagos, people were waiting in lines, like, they had a translator. And I think they're speaking English, honestly.
What are they saying? What's the reason why they're just like all their money? What's the excuse?
They're having a problem. I'm not sure if it's like, I was thinking about why. I'm like, what? Did they like pay somebody some money? I'm thinking they paid a debt, and then they couldn't afford to like honor the debt necessarily. When like to pay the debt would have like they printed enough money, they printed too much money to pay the debt. It would have like messed everything off. So they had to like create a new currency. So I had to say, hey bro, nah, you got to trade those currencies. We paid you, but you got to trade those in because they worthless now. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe they paid like $1 billion debt to somebody and they messed up their currency. And then now they're trying to buy time to get the money back, so they created a whole new currency just so the people would like. I'm waiting to see 6 months what happens. Yeah, because I don't know if this is the truth or not. If everything works out fine, it works out fine. But I think there may be examples where this happened and things have ended up fine.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just haven't did enough research. I was listening to the BBC and they was adding a lot of like stink to it. You know how they add that, but they're recovering it for real.
It is Africa, so and they're really corrupt. But you know, here in America, you can see something like that happen because you can see something like that happening soon.
See, they had a cashless society aims to curb inflation. So Friday, this was probably when the story was about the 10th. So that was probably like what, a week ago? A week ago. So the Friday before, they said everybody had to turn in the old thousands, 500 and 200 Naras banknotes.
Oh shit! They made them turn in their big bills.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they made them turn the big bills and only accepting the small bills.
And then you're like, all right, well, give me back 2,000 Naras right now. And they're like, nah, we're gonna give you back. We can only give you back 5 Naras. You know, you have 2,000 credit in our bank account, and your old Naras, yeah, you can't use those anyway. So you might as well just put them in our bank.
Yep.
That's crazy.
The crisis is hitting the rich and the poor out there, so everybody's feeling it. Yeah, it just feels like the government just failing. Somebody dropped the ball. I'm sure it has to do with some
Right here,
sort of.
the government officials are buying new notes and storing them for whatever reason, whatever purposes. It sounds like government officials buying up some of the new notes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why there's not enough.
Mom
So,
said,
like you said, John L., it's the transfer of wealth. They figured out a way to get their hands on the new money, and now they're not going to give it down. They're not going to give those new notes to their people.
yeah. So even
Government officials.
Yeah, think how much leverage you have with the new notes. Like when you're buying, like in trading leverage, when you're like, hey, you got a new note, and it's like, hey, bro, I got these new notes, man. Let me buy those, but I need them at half the price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just go buy it for someone else.
You can sell your new notes for $5 or $1 on 5. Damn.
Imagine that happening in America, and you already know the rappers with the stacks of hundreds. You gotta go turn those bad boys in. Hey, bro, hey, you can see that. You can see it coming. You gotta go turn the stacks of hundreds in. We're gonna give you, we're gonna give you credit for them. Like, well, I need to pay my rent this month. Nah, well, we're gonna give you we're not gonna give you enough to do that, but we're gonna give you some credit. It's in there, don't trip.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I guess a Nara is $1 is equal to 159 Naras.
159.
Yeah. So those small bills are like change.
Yeah.
So it's already an inflated currency, highly inflated currency, and they're probably trying to fix it.
So what do you think about the whole Bitcoin in Ecuador? They changed their currency to Bitcoin, didn't they? Ecuador did? Was that Ecuador?
Yeah.
Well, how's that looking for them? Have you looked into that?
Bitcoin Bitcoin is yet to show the Ponzi or the scheme, but it definitely lied to everybody saying, oh yeah, it's like, oh, it's free, freedom, but everything's tracked. It just introduced the, hey, this is how we track you now. Yeah. You want to learn how to track everybody? Boom, it's Bitcoin.
You're using it to track people.
What?
And did you say it's a Ponzi scheme too?
No, I said it hasn't shown itself to be a Ponzi scheme at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's the only one that really hasn't, like, they have the little mystery of the certain amount of coins, you know what I mean? But like, there's really just mystery and talk. But it's kind of it's high as $20,000. You know what I mean? It definitely has value.
Yeah.
So
still going up.
It's hella value.
So if people think it's real, it's real.
Right. If it still has value, it still has value, like you said, right?
Exactly.
And there's a lot of coins that have been Ponzi schemes that are dead now. They're dead in the water. They're gone.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's still going. And not just Bitcoin, there's a lot of them still going. Doge is still going.
Yeah,
what's Doge at right now?
That's crazy.
Doge didn't drop much at all. I've been buying meme coins. I buy the meme coins because that's who the masses is gonna buy. That's what they're gonna buy. You know what I mean? The technical people are gonna dig in a little more and buy some of the other ones, but the masses is gonna be like, ooh, Doge, or I like Sheeb. There's one called Dodge Elon. I just put $100, buy like 1,000,000 of them, 1 billion of them, whatever I can get. Then once that shit just double up, quad up, and maybe you look at another time, there's another zero there, and it's like, oh shit. Every time you buy that cheap, every time there's a zero, you get a zero. So, you know what I mean? So when you buy the cheap ones, so anytime it drops a zero, like, you get a zero. So it's like, if you put like a certain amount, you know what I mean?
So if you had 100, you get a 0, you got a
Yeah,
1,000.
if you bought 100 and you bought it at that right, and you bought it at that amount, and it went circled out, knocked the 0 out, and got to that amount, got to that number again, you get a 0. You know, so that's why you look at it like, dang. So you can be like, and every 0 is more important. That first 0 is like, oh, 1,000. Fuck it, I'll dig it out. But she got me some money. That was the only time I really looked at it like that.
Shit, my problem is I just like to hold until it drops.
Yeah.
Like this last thing I had, man, I was holding on to Pirate Chain when it went up to $13. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep holding. Now it's back down to 42 cents.
Oh man.
Dang, Pirate Chain was hitting for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it sell at the peak. I'm just trying to wait for them to. Once they start hyping it up, if it gets to the media, then I'll know like they're gonna hype it up more.
Which one?
Just Bitcoin. It really just takes Bitcoin to bring everything else along. I've been looking at Sheeb and like Anchor, like a lot of them dropped a lot. I saw Cardano kind of low too, but Cardano made some gains. Like a lot of them made some gains. And I'm looking at it strictly to make money, just play the game, not for like you said, not for the long term. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching it, I'm waiting for the hype. Like I'm watching it right now. It feels like hype right now too. But it keeps on. It don't pop past 25 though. So I haven't really like.
Hey, what y'all think about stealing catalytic converters though? I think that could be the new wave. There's a lot of money. Hey, precious metals, bro. We need them.
Someone got ran over and did he die?
Over the catalytic converter.
Yeah, TT was sleeping.
That's what his motherfucking ass get. I know.
Yeah,
He was
she
up
know
there
what?
trying to cut it. She was asleep. She thought the nigga was trying to steal the car and get to her or something
sleeping
like
in the
that.
car?
She was asleep
In the car?
In the car.
He didn't know she was sleeping in the car. That nigga is bold as hell.
She think that somebody trying to steal the car and get to her. You know what I'm saying? So she speed off like she motherfucking
Like she
should.
should, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah,
this whole
dude.
shit up.
That's what he
Dude's
is.
under the car when she sped off.
Yeah.
He was under the car and trying to steal her shit. Halfway there. I'm pretty sure he was halfway there. Because it only takes 2 minutes to get that shit. They stole the catalytic converter off my bumper. Ooh, I wish it was me that drove over his ass.
And in California, you can't do nothing about it. You just gotta watch him pull off with it. If you go out and try to do something,
That's how my-
aggravating
I got my
assault,
beaver.
you shoot him, that's a murder.
They had a gun.
Nah,
was reaching.
it don't matter.
Well,
you gotta fight.
it all depends on
You have to go to jail.
It all depends on your
fight that
qualification.
kid.
Yeah.
You're not getting no
Take that to the
fucking
box.
self-defense for that. You're not getting no self-defense in California for someone trying to steal your stuff and you're defending it. There's no self-defense for that. You just go to jail.
To be honest
I think California is a statute ground.
No, it is not.
Statute ground state.
It is not a state.
No,
It's
no.
Right now, right now.
No, you got some sort of a
No.
like especially if like that's a violent type thing, which it is, like people not doing that without the pistol.
It might not be.
You know what I
It
mean?
might not be with the pistol. you
They
know
might
what I'm saying? But it's
they
still
might not
standing
have it on
ground.
you, but they're
So
not gonna go out there thinking like
So
you
like
ain't
if
gonna come out
somebody
with a gun.
if somebody fucking with you and you punch him and kill him, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you gonna go to jail in California for that.
Yes, you
No,
will.
yeah, you got.
You will go to
No,
jail.
I don't know about that. I think you got to use a reasonable force,
Reasonable
whatever
force.
that is. You can't just like shoot him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you hit him, like you hit him, and he dies. I don't know, John. Maybe you are right, but that's reasonable force.
What do you mean? If you went,
And probably manslaughter charge.
California is
if you went out there hands to
largely a
hands,
stand your ground state.
what's up?
California is largely a stand your ground state. The stand your ground defense laws generally establish a right by which a person may reasonably defend themselves or others, even to the point of applying lethal force,
Told you.
regardless of whether
Okay.
retreating from the
But that
situation
doesn't include-
might have been possible.
See?
And that's
But that doesn't include property.
The source
That
of,
doesn't include property. We're talking about killing catalytic converters.
No, but if you
cannot
go-
defend your property.
But if you go out to your proproperty,
Or
Yeah,
it
defend
says
the property.
somebody else too though. It says so like if a crazy ass dude, I just watched the video the other day, dumbass bitch let this crazy ass dude in the apartment gym and the dude started attacking him. The nigga had flip flops on with no socks. You think he coming to work out? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
yeah.
But she let him
She got-
in
she
being
got him,
nice.
though.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if I seen that and I stopped him and I used, reasonable force, but he happened to die, it says right here, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
We can take that to the box and I'll win that.
You can protect women all day, bro. They'll let you do that. No trip.
Well, even if it's a dude,
You can't
yeah,
protect
even if it's a
yourself.
smaller dude.
If it's a dude and you're a black dude, no, they're gonna.
Yeah, if
they
I'm
can
black,
find. They
for sure,
can find
they're
them.
gonna
You need
book
to
at
watch
me.
first
But
48.
we wasn't talking about that. We
First
wasn't.
48.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to watch the first 48. You're gonna go to jail.
Different factors
You're gonna go to
in
jail.
there.
If
Oh,
they
that skin color to the situation, it changes.
Yeah, it changes like a motherfucker.
if they reach for something and you think it may be a gun, you definitely have a case. If there's something like a catalytic converter stealer where they known to have weapons. You
But
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
know because he up under
Just
the
like
floor.
someone, but they always got someone else. You know what I mean?
Man, I seen a nigga.
So you
do it
come
by
on them like
himself,
what?
bro.
Then it's like you look at the car like, hey,
I got
know?
this.
No,
I
from a
love-
legal aspect.
you're not gonna hit him under
From
the car.
from a legal aspect, the lawyer's going to tell
Shout
you.
out,
a prosecutor's going to tell you, why didn't you stay in the house and call the police? Why did you go out there?
They gonna say,
Why did you go out there? You created
confront
the
him
problem.
or something like
You
that?
created
Yeah.
the problem when you went out there, and that's when you're going to get that charge. And you're going to go.
That's what the prosecutor is gonna try to. But if you were just if you in the house and you go outside and you start some bullshit, you know. Well, I don't know.
But
it says to protect others.
This
You know
is
what
one
I'm
thing
saying?
that y'all forgetting that we got as a right as a human being. I don't give a fuck. Insurance, y'all say your car gets stolen, it costs money. Like someone run into you, hit your car, it costs you money. Like it's never like free. You never get it unless someone hits you, like you get hurt or something maybe, but it still costs you pain and suffering. Like it costs, so it's like you can't say like, oh, I'm supposed to let them steal my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it
Oh
got.
yeah, to
You know
protect
what I
your
mean?
property.
Yeah, you're not supposed to let them. You're not supposed to let them rob you, duct tape you in your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
if
California,
your
Once they
property-
step on like private property, if you have a gate, right?
I think even if you parked on the street and they fucking with your car, you have the right to go out there and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop!" And then if it escalates from there, then it escalates from there.
And did you?
Me being black, that might not be a reasonable story, but if a white man say that shit, you know what I'm saying, he gonna take that shit to the box and win
No,
that.
But I'm
Even
guarantee you, if the California's smart enough to know if someone's stealing your catalytic converter, they ain't not finna. The cop finna, you know what I mean? The police not even finna
I
smack
don't
you.
think they care. And
It's like, oh, you got him for us?
I don't think they care, and I know that they
They don't give a
care.
fuck.
You know why?
Yeah.
That's how in Medford.
In California, in California, you're not allowed to have bulletproof vests anymore. So that should tell you that they don't want you to be able to protect yourself. They want you to be victims. So yeah, they're finding ways. Prosecutors are gonna be finding ways to put you in jail for defending yourself.
I have seen, side note, I have seen, you know, the burners now, they offering a certificate course where you can get the pepper spray burn in the
I
burners.
got the pepper spray ones.
Oh yeah? Yeah, so they messing with it. They just don't want people to do the mass shootings.
The pepper balls for the burner for the air pistols. Like I got pulled over with my air pistol just the other day. Yes, like 2 days ago.
What they say?
Fuck.
What?
Well, I had it in my glove box, and I got pulled over. My back's all fucked up. I got pulled over. I was looking at my GPS, so I had my phone eye level, looking at my I was trying to see if it was going to tell me to take a 58, 57, whatever. Anyways, he pulled up on the side of me, saw me on the phone, boom, pulled me over. I pulled over. But when it got to the point where he asked me to reach into the glove box and he asked me to get my registration. So when my burner's in the glove box, I said, "Yo, just to let you know, I got a non-lethal gun in my glove box.
Oh, the burner.
It's a non-lethal air gun. And before that, I had already did the whole procedure. When he walked up on the car, I turned on the lights and had my hands on the steering wheel, made him feel comfortable. I turned all the lights on in the car and shit like that.
You did all that?
Yeah, you do that. I do that to make
all the
them
time.
So I got pulled over, nigga, I was like,
I do all of
I
that
like to
shit.
feel-
I
I like
take
to
the
make
key
them
out,
feel
throw it on
comfortable.
the dash.
I turned off the car.
if I ain't doing shit,
I do
nigga,
all of it,
hell
man.
no.
I just wanna make it feel
Fuck that.
comfortable.
Once the police stop you, you behind enemy lines. You know what I'm saying?
It's
They
not even
can
that.
do whatever they
It's
want
not even
to.
that. I'm thinking-
you a prisoner of war, bro.
Hey, I'm always putting myself
All right,
in
go
everybody's
ahead.
shoes. I put myself in other people's shoes. And
Go
you got
ahead.
a crazy
You gonna get that
job
what?
when you're fucking pulling over
Play
random
with
people
them.
on the side of the road. Police get shot on the side of the road. We see freaking funerals at JP's house, once every year it seems like. You know what I mean? And so, people, as a person, like I'm putting myself in their shoes. I want to treat other people how I want to be treated. I want to feel comfortable walking up somebody's car and knowing that I'm cool. They're taking they're letting me know that everything's cool. I'm not tripping. Nothing to worry about over here. That goes for any job in customer service. Like, don't come to my job giving me, shit, I'm just trying to do my job, bro. I'm just customer service. I know I chose to do this job, but as that type of person, I did all the precautions, turned the lights on, put my hands on the steering wheel, boom, 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 and let them know, like, I'm about to reach for my wallet. oh yeah, you want me to go in the glove box? I got a gun in there. I just want to let you know that. And he said, why do you got that in there? And I said, well, I told him a story. I was like, well, I gave him a story. Once an incident that happened to me, somebody ran up on my car at a stop sign, blocked me in, and I had a flashlight, and I jumped out the car with a flashlight, and I guess he thought it was a gun, but he turned around and went back to his car. I told him that story, and then I told him how my brother got me this gun, and he's like, why do you got like a felony? I said, yeah, I got a felony 20 years ago. And he's like, okay, well, look, this is what the cop told me. This goes along with my point. He said, that by you having that in there, if anybody, if I got a report that you were out on the freeway waving this gun around at somebody or anything like that, I would arrest you for a felony right now. And I'm thinking in my head, I wouldn't be waving this gun around. Why are you telling me this? Yeah. But he's telling me we don't want you to have this. I would prefer you not even be able to protect yourself. I would prefer you not have this gun in your glove box to protect yourself, because I can give you a felony for it. If someone said something, right. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Well, long story short, he just gave me my thing back then. He gave me at that point, he didn't even want me to reach in and give me the registration. He didn't want me to show his insurance anymore. He gave me my ID back and told me to keep it pushing. He asked me where I was going, and I said I'm going to. I lied to him. I told him I was going to Redondo. I was going to Redondo Beach, but I told him I was going to go see a girl. I'll actually catch a fade. But he said okay, and he let me keep it pushing.
Yeah, why he asked me? Where you going? Yeah. I got pulled up.
Only because I
don't play with their ass.
I'm not afraid of the cops. And I've tried the other way before. I've been pulled over by a cop where I tried the whole, I know my rights. You can't do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And you know what happened to me? The dude pulled me out of my car, gave me a weed DUI, took $1,500 from me, took me to jail. Took $1,500 from me, took me to jail. It was all. If you treat him like a human being, they let you slide sometimes.
You're good.
Yeah, a lot of times they let you slide if you treat him like a human shit.
Interacting with the police right now.
Man,
my brother just said
I don't do all that. All you do is turn the lights on and put
at nighttime, right?
Comfortably put your hands on your steering wheel. It's nothing a big deal. It's just letting the cop know, he's letting me see what's in his car. He's got the lights on and he's got his hands where I can see him. I don't have to tell him to put my hands anywhere. I'm not going to start treating him like that. He's already doing it. The interaction's completely different out the gate. You know what I mean? He's going to treat you like a human being because he sees you're treating him like a human being. For the most part, you got the jerks out there that aren't going to do that, but for a decent human being will be like, okay, this dude's taking the extra precautions to let me feel comfortable. Let me fucking make sure he's cool, all good. And it worked out. He let me slide. I had some weight on me. He didn't even check the car. I had in California when not enough weight to get in trouble.
I think it's the cop. I don't think it's it don't matter what you do.
Yeah, it just depends on the cop.
Yeah, it depends on the cop. It don't matter what you do. The cop's gonna be the cop. It don't matter the cop's mood. They got as much training as hairdressers. So they flipping out on people they flipping out on people just for being late, you know what I mean? So that's what a hairdresser would do, right? So a cop, he flipping out on other things. Like, why ain't you get on the floor, but hey, back on the floor. You sideways on the floor. I'm telling you, get on the floor. Okay. You sideways on the floor, but I want you to be back on the floor or face forward on the floor. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to say that.
If you gotta kill you, like boom. If you got a cop on you that has a gun,
I tell you what,
pepper spray, a baton, and has the absolute right to legally kill you, why would you not listen to what the fuck he tells you to do? You get down on the ground and put your fucking hands behind your back. Simple as that. You don't fucking get halfway up. Let me do it on my own. No, the dude's got a gun, he's got pepper spray, he's got the right to kill you and get away with it. Get your ass on the fucking ground if you want to live.
You said a lot of false things. Let the white boy.
You don't have a right to live.
Let's be honest.
You got a right to live.
Cops, bro, they're all a whole bunch of undertrained, fucking overpaid assholes, bro. Let's just be honest.
They're just people that that have jobs and need jobs just like you or me, bro.
That's like a double-edged sword when you tell somebody to, hey man, just comply, just comply.
Yeah. It don't fucking matter.
Because hold on, let me say this: it's a gang of people that complied and still died. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got family that fought, died.
That was not compliant.
You know what I'm saying?
That was not compliant.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, I got family that fought and died for this country. You know what I'm saying? So comply these nuts. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I know. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, bro. You don't care about you don't value your life.
it's a double-edged sword.
You don't
I
value
start
life.
off like you do. I turn the key off. I throw that shit on the dashboard. Turn the lights on. Put my hands up. Now once I give you my license and registration, if it's a problem from there, then it's like, okay, well, I feel like it's a problem with me because you saying, oh, well, I didn't turn my blinker on when I turn lanes. Well, then that's a ticket. What you asking me to get out the car for? You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter.
You looking for something. It does matter.
Let me give you an example.
It does matter. My family built this country.
It doesn't matter.
I'm from
That
here.
doesn't matter.
You know
Let me
what
give you
I'm
an
saying? My
example.
grandparents
If
was
there's a
from
dude,
here.
That's true.
All that shit matters.
If a dude is trying to rob you, it's a group of dudes, 3 dudes. They're trying to rob you. They got guns. They got the jump on you. They got the guns pulled on you. You're going to comply, right?
It depends on what day
You're
it
going to
is.
comply, right? But when you got
depends on what day
you're going to listen. You're going to comply.
Maybe
But
on
unless you
Monday,
have the
but not on
opportunity,
Friday, you know what I'm
until
saying?
you have the opportunity to maybe make a counterattack and make your move, right? That's if somebody's robbing you. When you're with the police, you do not have that option. You have to fucking comply. And if you die, your family will get paid. But they can kill you and get away with it, bro. So you have to comply. There is no fucking waiting for your next move to make a counterattack.
It's whole
Just listen.
YouTube. It's whole
And get to the
YouTube
fucking back
channels.
part.
It's whole YouTube channels dedicated to police auditors.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers that just go up to the police and talk shit.
And I've seen those fools get arrested.
Most of them ain't. Some of them.
I've seen them get arrested.
Not all of them. Not all of them because a lot of them know what they do. You know
They
what
get
I'm
arrested.
saying?
They get arrested too.
But here's one thing. I've never seen a black one.
No, they get arrested.
But yeah, there's actually a couple of them I've seen
Oh,
on
yeah?
YouTube that do shorts and
Why?
stuff, like
Okay.
they fight the police and shit like that. Yeah,
never
for
seen
sure
one.
though.
Oh, you talking about like that one dude in Chicago that rides the horse? I think.
Yeah.
him.
Oh, what happened to Mark?
But he knows all the police stuff.
And then
you know
there's
what I'm saying?
actually another dude that actually works to do like combat training and stuff like that, and
Okay,
also
dope.
teaches police safety and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that way you're safe when you get interactions with the cops and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay, dope. I'm gonna check
So
that
I
one out.
mean, even as a white guy, bro, living in San
is they fuck with everybody.
Sam?
No, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Stewart.
Dude.
Stewart.
Oh,
Real
Stewart.
cute ass dog. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, San Bernardino. The
They
sheriffs.
do fuck with everybody. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
my-
I find the sheriffs they're more like that's the more reckless. That's when you kind of find like, man, like you really don't want to run into sheriffs.
Yeah, this
However, patrols can
it's
be cool off
90%
and
of
on.
them motherfuckers, all police, sheriffs, you know what I'm saying, COs, you know what I'm saying, all of them.
It's just kind of the mentality a lot of
It
times.
is,
you
like-
see the
it is
mentality
like,
just to
who-
get into the
who
game.
wants to be
And that's
a-
why I argue with. That's the only reason I argue with you because it's really you know that the type of people that normally get into that. There's probably a smaller percentage that actually are the good cops than the ones that are bad cops. A lot of them just get into it because it's like, oh man, I want to tell people what to do.
Even then,
You know,
even then.
I'm everybody boss.
But
You know what I mean?
even then, the bullies.
But we don't. But
the
honestly,
bullies-
like people don't want to comply to that shit. And
No, but you have to.
Nah,
Even
but they
then,
don't
but the
want.
bullies
They
are
got
humans
to.
too. Look,
They got to.
Look,
You don't
okay.
have to.
The
That
mayor,
shit-
the mayor put them to work, and I didn't even vote for the mayor. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know, it's just like who cares? Like
You
you're
don't
not
have
gonna
to
come
do
at me
that.
sideways like when
Hey,
shit turned the wrong way.
It's not gonna work out
know
for
what I
you.
mean?
What I'm saying, it's not gonna work out for you.
Sometimes
It's not
it
gonna
do,
work out for
sometimes
you.
it don't.
It's just like if a robber has a gun, and he has to jump on you. He's telling you bust out your wallet, give him your wallet, let him get on your way. If you care about your fucking life,
If that
you're not
nigga
gonna be like,
smaller
yo,
than me,
don't give me fucking.
if that nigga smaller than
If I
me
get a
and
minute to
he-
pop,
and
if I
he's
get a minute to
shaking,
pop that robber, I'm gonna pop that robber.
But you're not
He
gonna
talk-
pop
he
him.
talking about
I know,
give
but
me
that's
the-
what I'm
give me the
saying.
gun like
So I'm not
this
gonna
and
let
he
the police
shaking, you know what
jump
I'm
on me like a
saying?
robber.
You're not gonna pop the cop
He
like
might
that.
not get
But
he
I'm
might
not
not
gonna
get
jump
the
on me like a
shame, you know
robber.
what I'm saying?
But if you
Fuck
pop
all
the
that.
cop, you're going to jail.
I know. I'm just saying, if I
Even if you defend yourself from the cop, you're going to jail for you can get assault charges. You get assault charges. That's real time. Are you willing to? Are you willing?
Shit.
Talking like that, are you willing to do years in prison?
Yes.
I'm not willing to do years.
You're
in
already
prison.
doing years in prison.
I'm walking the line with the cops. I'm
You're-
not willing to because they can literally put charges on you. They can
You're
do all
already-
kinds of stuff. They can make it real difficult.
If they're
for
already
you.
being
Just for
extra,
what?
if they're already being extra, like that's what I'm telling you, it's the kind of cop. It does. If you all in right and you didn't do nothing wrong and you ain't being aggressive,
That's what I'm saying.
and
Sometimes
they
it's
want to
just-
put you under arrest for no reason at all.
It's shit you gotta stand on.
That's that kind of cop. You are going to jail for years. It don't matter if you comply or not. And you're gonna add some extra.
You're not going to
know what I
jail
mean?
for years
no,
because
in
why
that-
you
in
turn
that
your
case-
body cam off? Why you slapped the phone out of my hand when I was
No, if
recording?
that's the case,
We
so-
have all of these tools now to make sure that it's not just one side of the story.
Yeah, you know,
hey,
you
baby, turn your phone on. Hey, bro, record this. Okay, officer, what did I do? Oh, you said I didn't turn my blinkers on while switching lanes. Well, can you write me a ticket? Or my car smells like weed. Weed is legal in the state of California. I wasn't smoking, and if you want to search my car, go ahead and search my car. Ain't no weed up in there. You know what I'm saying?
You know
then why is he taking you? Then what is he finding to take? DUI, or whatever. Why is he taking you to jail?
Let me tell you one tool you guys
impound your car,
one tool you should utilize and save your life, and it's called bail.
Well, with
you
cops like that,
you set it down, you
down to
comply,
authority and ego.
and then you bail the fuck out, and then you use your money. Then you go after the cops that
all
way.
that money, all that costs. See,
then
that's
you
the
have your
problem.
life.
But at the end of the day,
And they're getting big ass lawsuits out for cops now. You can if you can prove some racial discrimination
But
and
see,
you did it the right way.
you gotta prove it, though.
No, but you gotta act right too. You cannot be on camera acting all crazy. But if you're acting right and you're like, yo, I'm about to go ahead and take me to jail. You watch what's about to happen to you.
Yeah.
And you bail out and then you handle it that way, and then you're likely to get a check.
Acting right is suggestion.
Well, I was gonna say, bro, like I was saying earlier, it all comes down to authority and ego, bro. It doesn't matter what cop you deal with, but if he's got that ego mindset in him and he wants to do some shit, it doesn't matter if you comply or not, because think about the George Floyd case.
He just wants to do
that,
it,
bro.
Yeah, he had his knee on his neck for 5 minutes.
But,
you know what
he
I'm
was
saying?
complying when that shit went down.
George Floyd was a crackhead, bro. Let's not talk about him.
Well, no,
What you mean it was a crackhead or not crackhead or not? You don't have your
That
knee on
did
your
not
neck.
comply at all. What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Zero
about?
comply.
He wasn't moving when he had his knee on it.
That fool was in the back of the cop car, and he called out of the back of the cop car. He was already in the back of the cop car.
That means you have your knee on his neck for 5 minutes?
That was after he called out of the back of the
So
cop
that
car.
means you have your knee.
Anyways,
So you
let's not talk about
justify
that.
having your knee on somebody's neck for 5
He
minutes.
got what he had coming to him. He should have stayed his
So
ass in
you
the back of the cop car. He should have stayed in the back of the cop car. If he valued his life, he should have stuck that out.
That was too light
Hey, you guys are
skinned.
retarded. You guys are victims. You guys are victims, bro.
The thoughts and actions and
You guys are
words
victims, bro. It's crazy.
from everybody on the panel. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, no, dude was in the back of the cop car.
Yeah, but they were trained better
Arrested.
than that. They're
No.
supposed to.
He went with that George Floyd.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you crawl out of a cop car. That's not a
Yes,
death
you know what
sentence.
it's called?
That's a death sentence?
Yes.
No.
If you value your life, it can be a death sentence.
And that's why his ass is in jail.
If you don't understand
And that's
that,
why he's at Derek Chauvin
if you don't understand,
getting shoved in. You know what I'm saying?
if you don't understand that cops
Chauvin
have
getting
guns,
shoved in.
tasers,
You know
and
what I'm talking
batons, and they
about?
can legally get away with killing you.
Yeah.
Why would
It's not
you
legal.
call if they're trying
He
to
didn't
arrest you?
legally get away
Why don't
with
you
it.
just go to jail?
He
That's
didn't
just
legally
I
get
think
away
that's
with it.
different.
What do you mean?
He did. That
No,
nigga
I'm
went to
saying
jail.
he can't.
Him and everybody.
You can't.
You know you can't.
Plenty
No,
of
you
cops.
can't.
Plenty of cops.
No, you can't.
Plenty of cops.
Because it wasn't recorded.
No, plenty of cops that got it on camera got away with it.
But
Who?
I'm just saying he went to jail.
Who?
But the George Floyd was not the one supposed to. He should have
Who?
went. Derek Chauvin should not be in jail right now.
That nigga.
I'm gonna say that right now. Derek Chauvin should not be in jail right now.
In the P30.
I'm gonna say that.
Everybody's opinion.
Derek
You up in
Chauvin,
there with
of
it?
all the cop kids, of
Let me
all
do a
the
little
cops.
disclaimer. Let me do a little disclaimer. Hey, everybody's
we gotta talk
opinion
about
has
that
their
time.
own opinions. No opinions is of the opinion of the network. Everybody's opinion is their own individual
Okay,
opinion.
but let's say Eric Garner. Let's say rest in peace
Anybody
Eric
deserves to
Garner.
die.
Eric Garner was just trying to sell some cigarettes. He was not bothering nobody. No,
that was a disrespectful.
Okay, that was some
right there.
disrespectful shit right there.
Yeah,
They choked him
obviously.
out for no reason.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Derek Chauvin, that cop was doing his job. The dude was resisting, not complying. He was on drugs. It's been proven it was on drugs. He should have just took his ass and went to jail. The dude's not a good dude in the first place. He's got charges for robbing.
What does that have to do
Because
with you
you're not
putting your-
complying with the police.
How?
You're
He
talking
wasn't
about, you're talking about
moving.
training. You're talking about training cops, and cops aren't trained right?
Yeah, they're
Why
not
aren't
trained
people
right.
trained to comply when fucking down with the cops?
Hey, can I just say one thing?
It's crazy
Can I just
people
say
out there.
one thing? Y'all seen that movie Judge Dredd?
No.
That's what he's expecting. Like the police go out there, they sentence you, they execute
Right
you,
then and
and
there.
only way you can get to the justice
You deserve
system
to
if you
die
comply.
if you don't
If you don't
wanna listen to
comply,
the police.
if you don't comply, then you don't get the justice system. But if you don't comply, they execute
Hey,
you.
that's
They got the
You
right to
deserve to
execute.
That's
die if
called
you don't
life.
listen to the police.
That's
That's
called
right.
life. That's called life. That's called
That's
life.
not
You
it.
don't
That's
go.
not
You don't. You hear Grizzly Man, right? Grizzly Man was out there playing with the grizzly bears. He got eaten by grizzly bears because grizzly bears eat people. They don't. If you know a cop got a gun and they can eat people and get away with it, why are you out there playing with cops?
Because you can't eat people.
Why are you out there playing with cops?
Because you
know
can't
they
eat
get-
people.
Let's just get this
That's why
straight.
it's
That's your
actually
opinion about the power that cops have over people.
That's
why it's
I'm
That's
not agreeing. I'm not agreeing.
That's not a law.
I'm not
Cops-
agreeing with the power that they have.
Cops do not have that power.
Okay, to
Cops
have
do
your
not have that
knee on
power.
a
So
nigga
are you
neck
telling
until
me?
he can't
Are you
breathe.
telling me
A
that?
cop must fear his life or be in imminent danger to kill you. You can't just kill you.
Okay,
That's
boom.
what I'm saying.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
There you go. You said it. You
Well,
said
but here's the
it.
thing,
And they
that-
always are.
That even
When
runs
they
back
kill
to
you,
George Floyd.
they always
Even if
are.
he escaped the cop car, though, bro, like he was not an imminent threat or danger to them.
Yeah, exactly.
In any sense.
So no
Bigger
sense.
than it.
No, but
So
if he
what?
wasn't
He's not
imminent
going after the
danger.
police.
What,
The word
okay,
imminent
what were
danger.
the cops supposed to do after he jumped back out of the cop car?
What were they
Put
Put
imminent
his ass
danger?
back in the cop
But him
car.
versus how many cops? They didn't have to
He
do
was
all
trying
that.
to. He was trying to get away from him.
Well,
He was
regardless
trying to get
of
in the
what
cop.
he did before,
He got
though.
out of the cop car. What do you supposed? Would you have preferred they just shot him?
No,
They could have
no.
just
What
shot him
I'm
at that
saying
point.
You can tranquilize
They
him.
could have said,
That's
they
gonna
could
kill
have
him.
said just like you
They
said.
could've
They could have said
tased
just
him
like
like
you
they
said.
tased a whole bunch of
They
other
could have said just like you said. Is I was in fear for my life and shot him. They probably got away with it.
The
Yeah,
people
but
are
here's the
videotaping.
thing. He
They put
wasn't.
body cam.
No, they
He
went
body
wasn't
cam.
causing any
Body
damage.
cam, everybody had their cameras
And
out.
they had
He
enough
wasn't-
You know what I'm
cops
saying?
that
That's what's
actually
finna
held him
save
down.
you out here.
He was-
He
yeah,
talking
exactly.
about motherfuckers is
But
getting
that's
away
the
with
thing,
it.
so-
People did get away with it when there wasn't no cameras, when there was only one
cameras.
side of the story. But now that everybody got these cameras, man, you have somebody turn that camera on, that motherfucker going to jail for life.
cams.
Nigga, your daughter gonna be set up and all of that shit. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to listen to the
If you think
police.
so.
You should listen to the
Okay.
police, but I don't give a fuck if you don't want to listen to the police. That's not a death sentence. You don't
Shouldn't be
deserve
death
to die
It shouldn't be.
because you don't want
You
to
shouldn't listen to
because
the
you
police.
don't because you don't want to listen to the
Okay,
police.
let me say this.
And if you get that shit on camera, they going
Let me give you another analogy.
It took 5 of them to get George
And you
Floyd
get
down.
some
Let me give you
They're
another
trash.
analogy.
I'm not saying provoke the police,
police.
but if you get that shit on camera, them doing something wrong because two
let me
wrongs
say-
don't make it right. You get
Definitely
that shit on
should not have
camera,
took 5
them
to
doing
go
something
fucking-
wrong.
Yeah, hold
you
on.
get cashed out.
Hold on. The police, they're like the G League of just law enforcement. The police are like G League. See, if you see like the security, that's like high school. You know what I mean? Police are like G League. You start to move it to pro, that's FBI, CIA. But the police, that's G League. They the worst of the worst, man.
It is
What do you
not
need
the
to be a
90s.
police?
It is
What's
not
the
the 90s
requirement to be a
anymore.
cop right now?
It is not the 90s.
Well,
What are the
Calm down.
requirements to be a
let's talk
cop?
about the
You
fact
fellas can be cops in
that
some
cops
states.
actually in different precincts and stuff like that, they have like their own little like crews and shit. put
Gangs, they have
together, bro.
gangs in the
No,
police.
Yeah,
it's
no,
okay.
it's
Now you guys are
proven,
proving my
though.
point. You guys are proving my point. You don't go into
They're
a
bunch
gang
of thugs,
neighborhood,
though.
gang banging on the gang.
Unless
know
you a gang banger,
you can
too.
get killed. You can get killed.
Unless you a gang banger too.
Not
Unless
even
you
that.
with this
Let me
shit.
give you another analogy.
And
Let me
niggas
give-
that
let me
gang
give you another
bang, no,
analogy.
I'll go to any
Let me give you
hood.
another
You know what I'm
analogy. Real
saying?
fast. Let me give
She'll
you another
live over
analogy.
there. I'm
Okay.
trying to
You got
fuck.
driving. You know,
Who
you can go
is
through,
he?
you can go through traffic
About to
lights.
pick up
right?
Sheila.
Yeah.
You got traffic lights, right? You know, when it's green light, you know you're supposed to go, right?
Yeah.
And then then the light turns red, right? Then you stop, right?
Yeah.
So, but you know that you could go through the green light. Are you just gonna assume? I'm fucking up this analogy, but you could just assume that the person on this side of the red light is gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
Or you could just make that assumption. Well, this person's gonna stop, and that dude runs the red light, and you're dead. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Because you didn't look both ways, and you did not trust.
What that
You
got to
just
do with
trusted.
the price
You
of
trusted
being
that
right?
green light too much because you felt it was your right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my fucking right to go. It's green.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking dead because you didn't fucking look both ways. Now you fucking do the same thing with the cops. Oh, it's my fucking right. I can do this, Y, and Z. Now you're fucking dead. There you go. Good shit.
Well,
You have the right to
let's-
die. Good shit. Good
let's
shit.
put
Well,
it
sometimes you gotta
Good shit.
stand on shit.
Good
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
You just did that.
Fuck all of that.
Well, let's put it
Sometimes
this
you
way
gotta stand
then.
on
pay for
shit.
the
Why
cops.
is it that
Don't be no
professionals
sucker.
that are government assigned to basically almost officials to a degree, right? Why are they taking that power into their heads and using it against the regular populace, bro? Because that's like
'Cause they're
like
human.
a lot of these, like a lot of these senators, a lot of these people that are in positions of power in the government, they sit there and they run all over the regular people, bro. And why haven't we done anything about that?
And but hold on,
It's the
that
same
goes
thing
back.
with
That
cops,
goes
bro.
back to your original point. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
like
ego
the
and that
the
authority.
ego. But what kind of person wants to be around a motherfucker in the worst kind of conditions all day? A motherfucker in jail. What kind of motherfucker wakes up in the morning wanna go handle domestic disputes? What kind of motherfucker wakes up in the morning and wanna go write some jaywalking tickets? All of these motherfuckers, man, got something wrong with them. Y'all wanna talk about mental health and shit like that? These is the motherfuckers that was getting picked on for their lunch money. These was the ones that wasn't getting no play back
I
in
disagree with
school. Didn't nobody ask them to the dance type
I'm
shit.
sure there-
you know
I'm sure
what
there
saying?
are out there.
And now they got a chip. I think it's 90% of them.
Nah, I doubt
And now
that.
they got a chip on their shoulder. And when they go into these jails, they enjoy walking through the
I
jail
would say
cells,
maybe
being
the
like,
CEOs.
"How y'all doing today? I'm finna go home and eat a steak." They enjoy doing that.
That's the
shit, you know
CEOs,
what I'm
maybe.
saying?
There are some cops
But
out there that are
the
adventurous.
police, nigga, that's just another extension of it.
No
Because
cop.
they're not going into the public and seeing the best of public. They're not going and helping cats off of trees, giving them to grandmas and shit.
They do.
No, they
They
don't.
do.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
There's cops that are Avengers out there. You can't take that from them.
Man, and you
There's
got
bad
two,
cops. I
you
want to
got,
be a good cop,
you
bad
got
cop.
two cops that know how to play basketball and dance. Now all of a sudden, cops be doing some good shit. Name the last time any of y'all, whoever watching, you know what I'm saying? Name the last time you seen a cop in your community doing something positive, ever. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I see him doing something positive a lot.
When?
They be pulling over.
The last
they be
time.
pulling over crackheads and put them in jail.
That is not positive.
That is positive.
Yeah.
You
Is
know
that
crackheads
crack-
be stealing Cadillac converters?
Okay, but look, guess what? When he get back out, he gonna go right on crack.
It don't
You know what
matter.
I'm saying?
Shit, I can't arrest him.
Because if it's a problem with crackheads, it's a problem with the system that created these crackheads. It's a problem with the system that's keeping these motherfuckers on crack. Let's look at the motherfucking wound instead of just trying to put a band-aid on the bleeding. You know what I'm saying? Fix the wound. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's gonna happen is these motherfuckers on the power trip is gonna have a whole bunch of shit to do. They always got somebody in poverty fighting with they bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's always some crackhead out here stealing catalytic converters because, like you said, the rich want to keep the poor poor. So of course we're gonna be fighting, and the police is always gonna have a job. So if we do something about it, and we be like, hey, let's create a system to where everybody can get some money off of this YouTube shit, off of the lawnmower shit, off of the weed shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's create a community to where we can all get some money. Then guess what? If I put my uncle on game, he ain't gotta smoke crack no more. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to be financially stable for my bitch, we ain't gotta fight. And I ain't gotta slap the shit out of her, and the police ain't gotta come. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to fix. It sound good. You right.
There's some people
It sound
some
good.
people that want to be out there on the fuck shit though, and there's nothing you can stop them to be. You can stop them. They just want to be on the fuck shit. You can offer them a job. They just gonna come and fuck up your shit. You know what I mean?
It doesn't
You
even.
can't
It does,
fix
but that's what I'm saying.
You gotta let
It
people
doesn't.
fix themselves.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even have to be a job. There's a gang of countries that legalize drugs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, the reason why people go and steal for drugs is because the drugs is inaccessible. If there was a vending machine full of crack right now, I promise you a lot of motherfuckers won't be stealing catalytic converters. That's all I'm saying.
I doubt that.
Hey,
I doubt that.
Hey,
Because
what's the
people-
name of that country that did that shit? A gang of countries legalized all drugs, and that shit.
They decriminalize, not legalize, where you can't get in trouble for it.
Exactly.
And then they make methadone clinics, and you know in our country, the places that do that, you know what they are?
We
They
give
have the
out crack
most
bags.
homeless people in tents, methadone clinics and shit like that.
They ain't fighting.
Hey, I don't like to see that. I don't
Give
like
a
to
fuck
see
what
that.
you like to see, man. Like I just said, say la vie. So is life. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of shit I don't like to see. My bitch don't ever make me dinner. I hate to see that shit. But I keep going back. Hungry.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I got a Chinese massage parlor that does happy endings up the street.
Oh my god.
Ling Ling can get you right.
Shit, usually, but they gotta be able to get the good massage though. That's most important.
Yeah, because I've been working out a lot lately since I had that asthma attack. This goddamn old injury.
I'm afraid to get up right now.
Fuck me up.
I'm afraid to stand up right now. My shit's so fucked up. Now I put the ice on it.
Baby, I'm going from Target. Shout out to Target. Sponsor us. You know all the sponsors. Shit, y'all don't know Target sells Sister Sweets.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's be honest on this fact though. Cops, even on suicide calls, bro, are more likely to shoot somebody than any other person, bro. You could bring anybody else there, bro, and they ain't gonna shoot nobody if they're on like a suicide call or some shit like that. But why is it that a lot of suicide calls, cops end up shooting somebody?
Because let me
Because
tell you.
they can. That's what he was finna
No,
say. That's the
I'm
first
not-
thing he was
no,
finna say.
that's not what I
But
was
you
gonna say.
wanted to switch it up.
No, it wasn't.
And
Let me
sound
talk. Can I
articulate.
talk? Can I
Go
talk?
ahead.
Let me talk. It makes all the sense in the world. It's very fucking easy. That's an easy question. If a dude wants to commit suicide,
Shoot him?
I guess suicide by cop is easy.
Thank you.
Right?
That you're just giving him a fucking way to kill himself.
Yeah.
Why are you
But
gonna call
that
the
means
cops
he was
for
a
it?
coward. Let that nigga
No,
jump off
have
the
you ever seen
bridge.
a cop
Let
jump?
that nigga walk in front of a train. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, he's walking towards me. He must want to die. You know what I'm saying? If he can't do it himself, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's do it.
Kick him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you ain't gotta kill him.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Don't steal him.
Fucking chillin'.
He's chill. He's on me.
Yeah. Huh.
So how we gonna wrap this up?
Police say shit.
George, we gotta.
He's really
George
good.
Floyd did not deserve to die.
Nobody,
He didn't
nobody,
if he wanted, hey,
nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves
No
to
one
die.
deserves to die.
Unless they try to
Unless they already killed somebody.
unless they try to kill somebody.
Unless they did.
George Floyd did not value his own life. Let me put it
So
that way.
what though? That means
What
he
do you
deserves
mean?
to die?
But they,
If you don't value your own life,
No.
but they wanted to call for petty
if you don't value your own life, you deserve to die.
They
That means
don't
nobody-
deserve to
people
die.
don't value your own
Nobody
life.
deserves to
You know
die.
people that don't value their-
It's
they-
bitches cutting themselves right now. Don't say that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
deserve to die. They want to die. You know,
But no, but they come out of that
whoa,
shit.
whoa, whoa. Hey, anybody.
They come out of that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
come out of that.
And,
They come out of that.
and
It's
you
a mental-
can't
it's
come
a-
out of
a
that
lie.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But if I take that from you, then you can never come out of it.
Or you can overdose on fentanyl.
Or you could not.
Hey,
Or
but-
you can become a preacher and save lives.
let's just remember
Or
though.
you could not.
Let's just remember though, for everybody out there that is dealing with some kind of suicide problem, there's always a hotline, someone to talk to, friends to
Yeah,
talk
get
to.
up
Never
out
think that's the only way out.
Straight up.
Exactly.
Get up
That's
out
what I
that
wanna
shit.
get
It's
to.
always,
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
Never
always
think that's
a way.
the only way out.
it's always a way.
Hey, that's what this is for right here, bro. It's life is beautiful. Sometimes holding on to it is hard, but it's always above death.
Exactly.
Thank you. Cause you only get one.
Yeah.
Ain't no redos.
That's this
You
right
in that
here
dirt,
for
you ain't
too.
coming back.
Memento
You know what I'm
Mori.
saying? Ain't no kissing your
Means
babies.
remember to live.
Ain't no
Yeah,
brushing
no
your
kidding.
teeth.
Mori, which is remember that we
Nothing.
all die.
I'm gonna add pro-life in there. Pro-life.
Oh yeah, pro-life for everybody, no
Pro-life.
matter who you are.
Pro-life completely.
Bitch, if you ain't ready for a baby, go get him. Go get him scooped out.
Even in the womb. Even in the womb, since we're talking about suicide.
Y'all heard about Candace Cynthia G?
Scoop them babies out. I got something to help you. Get them on up out of there.
What's your name, G?
True. Nice to meet
True.
you.
Cynthia G says
Or I go by Cass or Casper.
abort,
bro.
I think we met before.
abort
I
the
think
problematic children in
He was
your,
gaining when we had the game room over here, right?
committees.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
I came in here.
But that's what they're doing. That's technically what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they
All right, bro, man. We always
No, I
right
think
there,
that's
man. Good
not
talk. Come
All right,
back.
stay
and
tuned.
catch the next episode. You too,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. All right, man, JP. I love you. Big
Yeah,
brother.
likewise, man. Take care.
All right, see you later, sure.
Follow, like, and subscribe.
Stay safe, all right? Both of y'all, all three of y'all.
Yeah, man.
You too,
Appreciate
man.
you
Like
doing
and
that, man. That's
subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm talking about? Hit the subscribe button, whatever direction it's in.
That's Chris right there.
Peace out, Chris.
Cool ass white boy right there.
Yeah. All right, so I think we finna wrap this
Wrap
up.
this
Put a
shit
bow
up.
tie on it, like
Wrap it
the
up.
Good in the Hood, man. Like and subscribe.
That was good. We could.
Yeah, we got,
followers off of that shit right there.
Gorilla-
Yeah, we don't need that.
Gorilla
Yeah,
Fingers. That's at Gorillas. That's a Z.
Gorilla fingers in his hoe.
Gorilla Fingers. What's your
Gorilla
at?
Fingers.
What's your YouTube?
True Blue G and hold the E. It's
RG.
TRUBLUG. Yes, sir. It's my
Alrighty.
IG. Check out for the YouTube channel how to start a lawn care business, make $50,000 in your first year.
Giving out secrets for free.
Oh, we giving out all the game. Cause the only people that's gonna fuck with us is the people that's gonna want the game and deserve the game. So yeah, if you fuck with us, we giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? We giving it to you for sure.
People fight for the life, bro. This motherfucker, people don't value their own